Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We back in full effect. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We got to get into these topics. So we did see that Jim Carrey publishing PR team responded to the rumors about him being a clone. So we're gonna get into that. And we're just gonna expand more on what Salt was talking about yesterday. Actually, we're gonna replay that video back and all that and then expand more on that because that's the stuff we need to be talking about. So we're gonna continue to keep that, you know, keep the ball rolling on that. Yeah, come on in, like this video, and share it out. Let people know we live. 90 Day Talk
Subscribe if
Media
you
is live.
haven't already.
Yeah, yeah. Let me turn my thing. Let me share this. Yeah, so I guess we can get into the Jim Carrey publishing. Did I send you that? I think I did send you that. Jim Carrey. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this was Neighborhood Talk posted. All right.
Neighborhood Talk.
Yeah, Jim Carrey reps denies he's a clone after wild internet conspiracy goes viral. So y'all remember this is Jim Carrey when he was at the awards. Supposedly Jim Carrey. Where
Yeah, you got you posted it
I
drawn up.
yeah, I'm gonna send this. I don't know where that. I'm still looking. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. My bad, y'all. Pull this up. All right, so here we go. All right. All right, so Jim Carrey rep denies he's a clone.
This to like crazy, but it's
conspiracy theory.
yeah. Then I watched everybody like talking 1,000 miles an hour up there, receiving their awards, and I was like, I'm dead. But and I made mistakes, and I was like a novice, but I felt a lot of love, and I felt a lot of appreciation that I tried, and what I said was true. It was just a brilliant evening, really brilliant evening. Oh my gosh. Benjamin Laverne was off the hook. I mean, I can't believe he could.
Jim, I still don't believe that Jim Carrey. But we gonna get into their response real quick. This was damn, I can't even find it on my what you call? Hold on, my bad. All right, I
Jim
don't know where the other
Scary.
post went.
It's more like Jim Scary and shit. And
You said Jim
scary
Scary.
that scary that somebody wear a mask up there and pretend walk around like he Jim Carrey and shit. It's wild.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, all right. So here we go. All right. So the internet is that after Jim Carrey popped out in the 51st Caesar Award in Paris looking different, social media immediately went to the conspiracy mode, claiming the comedy legend has been cloned. The people started zooming in on everything: the eye colors, his face, and what his hand signaling autograph with, trying to prove it wasn't really him. One viral post claimed that the real Jim Carrey had dark brown eyes, and this version looked puffier and like unfinished clone. Well, the representative shut that down real quick. According to the statement given to the press, Jim absolutely attended the ceremony, and the person and the clone rumors to complete non-issue. The organizers of the French awards of the French award show confirmed that it appearance authentic and had been planned for months. So they basically saying that was Jim Carrey at the at the awards, at the French awards. I still don't believe it though.
Well, if he was replaced,
Well,
of
no,
course the representatives would be in on it, because you gotta think about it. They usually put people around you
right,
in your circle that they own, and whenever they need to control you, they control the people that's in your circle, and then they control you.
right,
So that's basically they. Of course, they say it wasn't him. But I mean, if you could clearly see, those of us who've been following Jim Carrey all these years know damn well that ain't no Jim Carrey.
right. All right. So to make things messier, celebrity impersonator Alexis Stone posted claiming that she attended the event as Jim Carrey, which only added fuel to the fire. So this is Alexis Stone, um, an impersonator, a person that actually use prosthetic masks, get dressed up as celebrities and all that. So this person is claiming that they went to the awards as Jim Carrey and actually, pulled out a Jim Carrey mask with the teeth and all that. And people in the comment section was still skeptical, like, all right, well, you still got to prove that you was Jim Carrey, that you went to the awards as Jim Carrey. Now there is a video. Let me see if I can pull this up of someone actually demonstrating getting made up as Jim Carrey. Let me see if I can get this video for y'all. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Getting made up as Jim Carrey, huh?
Yeah, this is crazy. Let me see if I can find this real quick, y'all.
That's some wild stuff, man.
Yes, Rob. Let me see if I can pull this up. Here we go. All right.
Kurt Carrey.
Damn, I don't know about this. All right, here we go. I'm just muted because of the music. But yeah, here we go. Somebody's getting made up as Jim Carrey with the mask and all that. Or is that Jim Carrey getting made up as Jim
Jim Carrey getting made up as Jim Carrey.
Carrey? Or is that Jim Carrey turning into another character? I don't know. Shout out to, I can't really. It's crazy. Yeah, but I don't know, man. People still, got they, mixed feelings about whether that's Jim Carrey or not. Is it really important whether they switch Jim Carrey out or not? I don't really think it's that important. But
I mean, if they took Jim Carrey out, that's messed up.
right.
I want to know the reason why they took him out and then try to replace him real quick.
I mean, he was speaking on a lot of things regarding, but was it anything that was like lately? Was he
Yeah, I didn't
speaking
see
out
nothing
lately?
late.
Yeah, he wasn't
Yeah, I
speaking
didn't see
out like
nothing lately.
anything lately. Right.
Why would they decide to replace him now?
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. All right, so we want to get into these real quick. These the ones you on BitChute. All right, so which one
I
is
mean,
this? All right, yeah, the people
this is
you
like
see on
going into
TV.
other people. Yeah, this is like going into other people
Right,
who might have been switched out and sending doppelgangers out there, masked out doppelgangers and whatnot.
right. All right, so let's get into it. Is let me know if y'all can still hear. Oh no, ain't no sound. Hold
Ain't no
on.
sense.
Do this video got sound parody? I don't think this video got any
It
sound
got
to it. It do?
Yeah, but it don't got no sound with the on the. It's someone actually recording a television.
Okay. I can't even hear it. Okay.
There you go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Look,
that
that's a
is a Mac.
Oh my
Yeah,
It's a
God,
the
Mac.
neck
it's
bounce.
jumping.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
live
God,
on
what is
television.
that?
That's live on television. That's
Oh
when
my,
Fauci was on television. That's Anthony Fauci with a
That's
mask on.
yeah, that's definitely a mask.
what the hell?
Yeah,
You can see the neck part moving. It's
yeah.
crazy. What the hell?
What's goes to show you they do this. They do this.
Yeah, look at that, John. Right. Yeah, it's bouncing.
What is that?
It's a mask.
Smash.
Oh my God. Look. Look at that.
Now this ain't
What
AI
the
shit
hell
now,
is
y'all. This
going
is
on
on
here?
this is they recording their television. This was on TV. This show you how
They show you how to
process.
process. Yeah.
Yep. Biting. Look at that. Look at that neck.
Yeah. Is that a black man's neck?
It looked like a black man's neck.
A black man's neck and shit.
Or a Spanish or something. Yeah. Yo, that's some wild shit,
Hey,
bro.
you got a black man neck and shit.
Yeah, man, you don't know what to believe out here no more. You don't know what's real and what's not. You remember on the last live stream, we played the clip of Monique and Roseanne talking about it.
Yeah, right. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, please. Y'all just tuning in. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Yeah, this shit look good. Look, they showing you that even those masks is mechanical. Jones is even mechanical. Look, it's blinking and shit. But that is crazy.
The whole world is a stage.
And we all playing our part. So those are mechanical prosthetics. Look, he's installing hair and that and shit. Damn, fake fingers and everything. Shit crazy. That shit look weird. That shit look like some goddamn Hannibal Lecter type of shit. The hell? Yeah, that shit look crazy. That's what they did with Donald Trump ear. Gave that nigga a fake ass ear with blood when he got assassination attempt. Oh, this person just making all types of the hell? That's crazy. Changed the eye color and everything. You think that's what they did with Jim Carrey? With the eye
Yep.
color and all that? Changed all the eye color and all that?
Yep.
Wow.
The process, y'all. That's how they do it. Look at that. That look realistic. Look at
Yeah,
that.
go. Right. That look realistic. Is that an MP3 made out of human skin? What the hell? What the hell going on here? He used his mouth as a key purse and shit. This is crazy. All right, I'm gonna switch to the next one. These are celebrities being replaced by clones. All right. I remember Orlando Brown doing an interview with Tasha K, and he was mentioning how they skin people and replace people by skinning them, and sort of like the whole what's the movie called? Face Off. Basically skinning people and wearing them as masks and stuff like that. So all right, so let's get in this one. Are celebrities being cloned? Let me know if y'all can hear
Social
it.
media post that has people asking, is that really Simon Cowell?
Something sure looks different about Simon
Yeah,
Cowell.
look at that shit.
Video promoting Britain's Got Talent.
Look at that face, bro.
All right.
That's a mask.
Change your life, and it has. And while that is true, plastic surgery does exist. These people look completely different.
Yeah, look all the
Joe Biden
You don't buy
looks
different
different
body, right?
almost every single time you see him. So are these people being replaced before our eyes? Are these people being cloned? Is this all CGI or mask? If you think about it, movies and TV shows have been conditioning us to this idea for a very long time. Think about it. Big Mama's House conditioned us to this idea of replacements.
Face off.
Face Off conditioned us to this idea of replacements. There is plenty of movies out there that have conditioned us to this idea of replacements. And now with the advancements in technology and AI and CGI and deep fakes and things like that, this is becoming more of a reality.
I have a clone for music. I have a clone for film. I have a clone for my personal life. I have a clone for my family life as well. So that's how it gets done. And each clone is under contract.
Which one am I talking to now?
Well, if I told you that, then, life wouldn't be as fun.
Some of us already know that Dave Chappelle looked different when he came back from his Africa trip. That definitely does not look like the same person. And these people joke about cloning in a way that just basically the dumbed-down masses will just think it's a joke. But as the old saying goes, there is truth in plain sight. So I ask you again, are these clones, are these replacements, CGI, deepfakes, stand-ins? What is it? I don't know. That is the $1 million question. I can just point out the facts and give you the information that these people do not look the same. And I get it. Aging does happen to people. And when we do age, yeah, we look a little different. But these people look completely different. Like they were made in a factory. Even Kevin Hart.
They clone Tyrone.
Looks different.
Right.
After his accident. And then you're also probably like, truth, why would they clone people? Like clone these celebrities and things like that. It's just an illusion. To give people the illusion like, oh, I can get plastic surgery done and look like these people, look different, look like a different person. Or if the celebrity doesn't fall in line with what they want them to do, they get replaced by a stand-in, by a carbon copy that looks almost identical.
Believes that there are loopholes that could allow the cloning of human beings if the technology were developed. Therefore, today I am issuing a directive that bans the use of any federal funds for any cloning of human beings. Effective immediately, no federal agency may support, fund, or undertake such activity. Of course, a great deal of research and activity in this area is supported by private funds. That is why I am urging the entire scientific and medical community, every foundation, every university, every industry that supports work in this area, to heed the federal government's example. I'm asking for a voluntary moratorium on the cloning of human beings until our Bioethics Advisory Commission and our entire nation have had a real chance to understand and debate the profound ethical implications of the latest advances.
And even Gucci Mane, when he got out of prison, he looked different, changed. Some of these people even go through MK Ultra and things of that nature too, which is why they act different. But most of the time when these people refuse to fall in line, that's when things happen. So what do you think? Do you think these people are cloned, replaced, CGI technology? What do you think? I don't know what to believe. It just is crazy. And this is Gwen Stefani. You're telling me this is the same person? I have my doubts. And again, I know that there's going to be people that try to downplay this and say it's just one big conspiracy. You're crazy. This stuff doesn't exist. This is just plastic surgery, old age. People can change, lose weight, gain weight. And while all that is true, that they can lose weight, gain weight, change, age, makes people look different. These people look completely different. They look lifeless. They look like they were made in a factory. So I ask you again, do you believe these people have been cloned? Or is it just a coincidence? Is it just old age? Are they just replacements that look almost identical to the celebrity, but aren't quite the same person? Simon Cowell looks completely different.
Yeah, that's a completely.
And this is all truth in plain sight. And they always use jokes and things of that nature to downplay this, or they put it in music videos as a way to kind of throw it right in your face. But at the same time, the masses won't think anything different because music videos are a form of mind control too, as is TV. And this is even A$AP Rocky, one of his latest videos, and he even showed how cloning happens, how cloning takes place. And that blank stare that he's giving in this music video, it's eerily similar to the movie Get Out.
Yeah, it is.
That movie is chock full of symbolism.
Right, Medusa ain't as epic neither.
So these people will show you exactly what happens. Think about it. Even Eminem, his music video, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? NBA Youngboy had a music video out where it showed him being cloned, getting scanned in a tube and things like that. These people show you exactly what is going on. But yet you still have the masses trying to downplay this because they do not want to accept the fact that these people can be cloned, replaced, etc., etc. Especially with all the advancements in technology. Even 50 Cent and his music video In the Club. I never even caught this before, before I even woke up. And even recently, I didn't even know about it until somebody else pointed it out. He showed you in this music video how he was being cloned and replaced. They show you these things right there for you to see. Like the old saying goes, symbolism will be their downfall. Even look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not look like the same person. Again, as I stated, I know plastic surgery and old age and stuff like that exists. Yeah, obviously. It's life. Life happens. You get old. Or you can get plastic surgery to try to appear different. But this looks like a completely different person. This does not look like the same Tom Brady. This looks like a completely different person, a replacement put in place. He looks lifeless. He looks plastic, just like the rest. And they all give that same blank stare, that lifeless stare.
Yeah, like their soul is gone. That's why.
And this new Tom Brady came back after he had that little 2-week break before the season started when he was going through his whole divorce. But I'm not saying for a fact that Tom Brady has been cloned or replaced. I'm just presenting information. I mean, he was even on a Netflix show with Paul Rudd, talking about how he's been cloned 6 times. And the show was a couple of years ago, but still talking about how he was cloned 6 times at the time. The show in question is called Living with Yourself. Even if Tom Brady isn't cloned or replaced, he is definitely part of this system. Here we see the good old Baphomet and a post shared with him and Daddy Yankee. So that's all I have for this video.
But yet you still have the mask.
Now,
All right.
remember in the
Let's
movie
get
The
into a quick
Island,
commercial. Let's get into a quick commercial. We'll be right back after this message. This video is sponsored by 90dayherbals.com.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.
All right. If you haven't shopped with us before, make sure you check out 90dayherbals.com. Make sure you go check us out. We got natural herbal products on there. If you're feeling what we're doing, make sure y'all support the shop as well. You know what I mean? With good quality content, with good quality products to sell as well. So we definitely appreciate y'all for y'all that ordered already. Put your orders in. Your orders will be going out this week. So, and some of y'all should be expecting y'all orders, this week too, as well. So we definitely appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing us. I mean, we just gonna keep rocking out with the truth. Appreciate it. All right, let's get back into it. Go ahead, bro. You can get back into it.
Oh no, yeah. So y'all remember the movie The Island? Now in The Island they was cloning celebrities and politicians and using them as spare parts.
Right.
Basically, like if a heart go bad, they basically kill the clone and then take the clone's heart, but they was still raising the clone on these islands. On these islands. And y'all just seen in this video where Bill Clinton in the 90s, he had passed a law through the federal government to where cloning is illegal, which means they got the ability to clone humans. Now I'll tell you where they allowed to clone people at, and they probably have and probably still do. There's no laws against cloning in China.
Right.
There's no laws against cloning on some of them islands. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of those, the Epstein and all that stuff is connected to the cloning stuff also. So that's another thing to keep in mind. You remember, he talked about Biden. He ain't necessarily said he was a clone, but he was basically saying that Biden really died in like what
2019.
Yeah, 2019. He said
2019.
Biden really died, but then he became president. So that guy that was president wasn't even really Biden, and this was in the Epstein files.
Right.
So it's not a stretch that they out here replacing these individuals and then putting them back out there like they the original copy.
Right.
This is a scary world we living in. This is insane.
Yeah, I'm
Now,
gonna
I
pull that
believe
up
that
too.
some of these, I believe it's not just clones. I believe it's a mixture of mask, clones, robotics, and CGI. Think it's a mixture of all of that. And deep fake technology. I believe it's a mixture of all of that. They use deep fake technology with the Queen of England when the COVID stuff first happened. And when she addressed her nation, she was wearing that green business suit or whatever, that green dress that she was wearing. That shit was deep fake. when the COVID shit first jumped off, and then she addressed the nation, you could tell that was deep fake. They use deep fake, and that's different than artificial intelligence. Deep fake is different. Like they just replacing people faces and shit on other people faces and voices.
Right.
Artificial artificial intelligence, they just recreate a whole video using a person's image, and you could tell that you could sort of tell like the motion of the video and shit that is artificial intelligence. At least the
Right.
ones that we've been using, the ones that they let us use. Of course, they
All right.
probably got better versions.
All right. All right. So explain. Epstein secrets exposed to surprise Biden clone. We can get into this. This from mention about the Epstein
Yeah,
files and Biden being taken out in 2019. Please, let's get into it. Let me know if I can hear. We got sound on this.
yep.
All right, let me get a proper into this channel that posted this. Credit. Gotta get credit. All right, this is Al Jihad special content. Says Epstein secret exposes the surprise Biden is a clone. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Biden is not Biden. Documents from Epstein's files claim Joe Biden was cloned in 2019. A shocking file recycles earlier claims by Trump and sparks wide controversy on platforms. What's the story? An account on X published documents it claimed were from the files of Jeffrey Epstein, who was convicted for running a wide network of exploitation. The account alleged a shocking claim that former U.S. President Joe Biden was shot in 2019 and replaced by a cloned version wearing a mask.
Come on, right there always got me. The one with the wrinkled forehead, that's definitely a mess.
In the details of the published document, the sender says, Biden is not your current president. The mask malfunctions on Biden are getting worse every day. On purpose. This will end badly. He continues, the man playing Biden isn't Biden. The real Biden was an evil, sick, angry man who abused children, including his own. That's an actor wearing a damn mask. We've been over this 1,000 times. This is never going to change. Biden was executed by firing squad in 2019.
Stand right next to me. There you go. And then we're going to have...
There you go.
Got it? Okay.
Okay, and the people in the back, you can spread out a little bit. Oh.
Welcome to the front row. Do you remember what I told you? No, not smile. No date till you're 30. Hey, Angel, how old are you? You're 12. What's your name?
Pedo activities on camera.
I don't care.
The problem is,
He concludes, those who read later will take this email as they wish. The world deserves to hear this story about how the people here and the Estimote board tried to kill, name redacted, and remove him from the company during the time of a fake pandemic. Buckle up, because the ride is going to get very, very, very rough when you attempt to commit crimes against humanity, which is what happened to me and to many others. I'm just lucky to be here, to help, and to set the traps that can help free knowledge. In the same context, it is noted that current US President Donald Trump posted in the middle of last year a message promoting a conspiracy theory claiming that former President Joe Biden died and was replaced by a cloned robot. In his post on Truth Social, Trump alleged that his former political rival, Biden, was killed in 2020 and replaced by a cloned robot without the Democrats' knowledge. The post read, "There is no Joe Biden. He was executed in 2020. He also claimed that the real Biden had been replaced by cloned copies and robotic entities with no soul or mind.
That this horrible, world's worst president, this is the worst president we've ever had, Biden. He had no idea he was president,
With a
so he
real
doesn't
Biden,
take it
please stand
personally.
up.
I don't want him to take it personally. Fortunately, he has no idea what the hell I'm saying. And he's watching right now. He's happy with what I just said. Okay.
What do you think of these claims?
No, what y'all think? Let me know. Let us know in the comments below what y'all think. Y'all that catch the replay. I don't know what y'all think, chat. Y'all think possibly Biden could have been replaced? It's possible. I mean, his image is being, was basically being used. I think Biden lost his mind a long time ago. Like, I don't even think he was like incapable of being a president with his mental state. You
Bro,
know what I'm
did you
saying?
see the video with him and Kamala at the some church and then they was singing and then
Yeah, he
the
was
way
just
Biden
staring.
was the way Biden was just staring like he wasn't even all there. And
All
that's
right.
how them clones, that's how them mindless clones be. Cause a lot of those clones, they're a lot of them are mindless. Like they literally don't have no mind. That's why Trump was saying that he didn't even know Biden didn't even know he was president.
Right.
Because a lot of those clones, they're soulless, they're mindless. They didn't perfect the cloning shit. That's why they had to have, when they really have to do a lot of speaking and stuff like that. They actually bring out the mask individuals.
Do
They
they
gotta do
have
a lot of speaking.
right? So
But
the
when they
clone
but
is
when
the
they just
clone.
doing like a walkthrough or some shit like that, they had a clone out there.
So that's the thing, is the clone, clone from an embryo as an embryo, and then
They able to
grow
grow the
into
humans. They
right,
able to grow them in a short amount of time.
right.
And it looks like the exact replica of the original copy.
And
Now I don't know the speed of the cloning process. Now it could be hours, it could be days, it could be minutes. I don't know. But they said they was cloning in the 1930s,
yeah, they
and
was cloning
they
right.
used to take months around the 1930s. So that was the 1930s. Now what they're doing now, I have no clue. I'm pretty sure that if they've been working on this technology, that it's probably either minutes, days, hours, or minutes.
All right. I guess we can go ahead and switch topics. We want to get back into the new world order side of things and the new infrastructure they trying to build, and what's the point of them making everybody get real IDs so they can track everything we doing. We got to get back into that. But I want to recap on what Salt said, and then we're going to expand on it again. So let me go ahead and play what we played yesterday when Salt came out and spoke on her platform. Yeah, I mean, and let's go ahead and get into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
So the cat's out the bag. I've been
Clear over
studying
here.
it for years, but you can't really talk about it because people will think that you're crazy. So now we know Satanists and Luciferians run the world. 2 Corinthians, it describes that Satan is the god of this world. That they own the government, politics, Democrats and Republicans, the court system, the education system, the banks, the Federal Reserve, real estate, farms, Hollywood, what we watch, music, what we listen to, media, what we believe, sports, big pharma, everything. We pay their taxes, we work their jobs, we buy their houses. We don't own anything really, because even if we paid for a house outright, if we miss paying taxes one time, they can take the home. We've been pitted against each other like crazy forever. Black versus white, rich versus poor, men versus women, Democrats versus Republicans, Muslims against Christians. We fight over narratives that they've created to keep us divided while they're doing whatever they want. Hunting, killing, sexually assaulting, sacrificing, torturing, cannibalizing, and organ harvesting our children, grooming them and over sexualizing them, teaching them inappropriate things in school, They start wars and they tell us it's this country or that country, or it's this religion who's our enemy. And our kids go to war to defend lies. They fund both sides of the war and make billions of dollars while our family members are sacrificed. We have been bamboozled beyond our wildest dreams. Everything we've been fed is a lie. So what do? If you're like me, like, okay, we got the information, but what do? We can't impeach the president because that's up to Congress. The only power we have is our dollars, our prayers, and our voices. Some people will laugh at that, but when it comes to their God, they're on their job. They pray to their God, they worship him, they murder, assault children, make blood sacrifices. They are very dedicated to making sure their God is pleased with them. We can stop feeding the beast with our dollars. When things are exposed, we can stop giving them our money. I'm not telling you who you should buy from or where to spend your money, but I do encourage you to investigate the companies you patronize. Find out who they are, what their practices are, what their beliefs are. I know we love certain brands, but do we know their history? Who owns your bank? Is there another place that you can put your money? Because if they decide, they can close the banks whenever they want, or they can freeze our accounts if we don't comply with their narrative. They're purposely poisoning our water, air, and food. So support your local farmers if you have access. I know everyone doesn't have access. I understand that. Buy fresh, real food. Buy land if you can. Grow food if that's in your heart. Even this information we've been exposed to, I think it's designed to see what we will do. This information can make us feel helpless and depressed and even more complacent, giving them even more control to usher in their new world order, their one world government, one currency, one world dictatorship where we have no rights at all. So we can refuse digital ID, we can support smaller venues, we can spread and share information. If we can homeschool our children. Support local farmers. It's healthier, it's cleaner. Get back to eating whole foods. If you can, try and go direct to consumer. And according to Revelation, yes, we are being led to a choice, right? It talks about the mark of the beast in Revelation 13, 16 through 17. You can read it for yourself, but that's basically where this is all headed, and it's unfolding right in front of us. There'll be a time that we won't be able to buy or sell unless we take the mark. Can you imagine one world government, one religion, one currency, total dictatorship, total control? Let's do what we can. Spread information, and God bless you guys.
All right, when she said what God, the God that they represent, they make sacrifices and stuff too. That's why I wanted to pull up this video too. Let's go ahead and get into this real quick. So when she talk about them, the gods that they worship, let's get into it.
Such as Baal and Moloch, which they still do ceremonies for today, such as in Bohemian Grove. There is a giant effigy, stone effigy of an owl. That's the god Moloch. The god Moloch goes all the way back to Rome and Carthage, in which they were offering child sacrifices to this god in exchange for power. And then they will do your bidding, but you end up paying a terrible price for it. You end up losing your soul. And in fact, the groups that work with these entities invariably end up being destroyed, and that is written right into their symbolism, the symbol of the eagle. The original American bird was not the eagle. Benjamin Franklin wanted to be the phoenix. The phoenix is the symbol of the cabal. Why? Because the cabal must be burned to ashes, seems to be completely destroyed, but it keeps arising and reincarnating from the ashes. It comes back. So part of their religious belief is that in order to get their new world order, they must be publicly exposed. They must die for their beliefs. They will appear to be wiped out. And they actually believe that these extraterrestrial gods that they've been contracting with all these centuries are going to return, and they will be glorified. They will return in light bodies, and they will actually now be the rulers of the earth. So this is part of their religious belief.
Which already has taken place. That's when you remember you was explaining yesterday that these entities go from worlds to worlds, taking over, taking over worlds. So this is what we was talking about yesterday. This is expanding on that, what was mentioned yesterday about the new world order and what it means on a higher level. that is higher. When the scriptures talk about entities that's wickedness in higher places, it's talking about entities that's off the planet, that's outside of this world, that actually come in physical form and they do their bit. They just start taking, they start taking over. So that's what I wanted to expand on that. And this is the people they sacrifice to. These sacrifice to these gods that they worship. You know what I mean? So all
You
right,
see how he mentioned they burn their own organizations down and
yeah,
restart. That's what the Great Reset stuff is all about.
right,
That's why you see. That's why they let people get exposed and they throw people under the bus and all of that. But they always keep people, around that's going to restart anew.
right.
And that's just that. But they just copying off the product. That's how everything works, though.
Hmm.
I mean, that's how the
Natural
seasons work.
order of things.
So
Yes, the
that's the
natural
natural
order of
order
things.
of things.
Right. Right. It's the natural order of things. So I wanted to get into this one too, real quick. This is the one world government explanation. Um, let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all thumbsing up this video and liking this video. We should have way more thumbs up than that on this video. If you ain't clicked that like button yet, we need everybody to click that like button because this message need to get out there more than anything that we ever talk about. These are the messages that need to get pushed up in the algorithm. I don't care what
And
nobody talk
subscribe
about.
if you haven't already. If you just coming through this channel and you like what we talking about and you want to hear more, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when we post new videos and when we go live.
Facts. I ain't got no Sam. Hold on, y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Inventory and control of all land,
Yep,
all
it's
water,
clear.
all minerals, all plants,
All
all
right, let me bring it
animals,
back.
all
Bring it back, y'all. Hold on.
inventory and control of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production, all food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world. And this is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations back in 1992. It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. And so many of us around the world think that sustainable development just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no, it really is not. It's about moving populations into city centers, concentrated city centers, and clearing them out of the rural areas. It's constructed of non-governmental organizations, corporations, and government in order to dictate and regulate what it is that happens around the world. Regionalization is the stepping stone to globalization, and globalization is the standardization of all systems. All systems have to be brought into harmony in order to control them all. And the goal of Agenda 21 is one world government and total control from a central unit. The principles are public-private partnerships, which is fascism. And this is how it's implemented on the ground, is through this joining together between corporations, non-governmental organizations, and governments in order to cut out the actual individual, your voter, and instead to take that to a level where we literally cannot penetrate. This is a corporatocracy. It's a totalitarian state being developed right now all over the world while we are moving towards the end game. We are not there. Control plan.
So that's what we was explaining yesterday about how they want to build the new infrastructure. Now that's why you're seeing all these wars taking place now, because they're moving into redeveloping in these parts, destroying everything and rebuilding based off this digital system where they're going to implement this cryptocurrency. So that's why you see the markets jumping up and down the way they are, because they're being manipulated, because the system is not fully set up yet. They're trying to basically get this system set up globally, and they're being met with resistance. That's why they're trying to replace all the old guards with new guards. That's why they over there in Iran tearing down. That's why they over there, tore down Palestine. Palestine is like reduced to rebel. It's nothing left in Palestine. But they're moving to these different territories so they can take over and basically redevelop. Because this is a whole global agenda that they're trying to implement. So
And their end game is artificial intelligence to rule over
fact,
everything.
fact.
Because these entities that take over worlds, they use technology to do it. Because you got to think every world that they take over, those worlds have natural orders, and what they do is they manipulate those natural orders by using technology. And artificial intelligence is the technology that they use. That's why they shutting everything down, burning everything to the ground so they can rebuild everything in the form of super cities and artificial intelligence data centers, so they can monitor and surveil everybody that's left on the planet that they let live. Basically, I mean, not saying that they're going to succeed in this agenda. Is up to the general public if they succeed or not. I mean, they got a lot of their agenda through already. Because look, we all on their technology now, and everybody walking around with the phones in their hands, the tablets, and all. So they already accomplished most of that agenda. If you see what we're saying, and this goes along with the last video when they said how they do the order of things when they worship Baal and all that, and they burn everything to the ground because they believe in the idea of the phoenix and rising up out of the ashes. So what they do, they create systems, burn those systems down, and then rebuild it, like remold it to the way they want it to be. And that's what they do. It's just like a whole bunch of just destruction, rebuilding, destruction, rebuilding. Now, as you can see, if you look all around us, they're in a destruction phase. They're in a destruction phase, but they slowly building on top of that destruction. And what are they building? A digital prison to put us all in. They literally had this plan ages ago. Like this is they had artificial intelligence agents ages ago. They had robotics, cybernetics, computers, and all that longer than we think, longer than they told us. They just had the stuff waiting because a lot of this technology that they're using ain't even new technology. It's ancient technology. They just reverse engineered it and they re-implementing it in a way that they want to use it to basically weaponize and control society with it. And the thing is, the technology in itself is a neutral thing. But when these entities get a hold of this technology, of course, they use it in a way that they want to use it in. And that's usually to control and dominate the entire planet. Bro, it's literally a cartoon in the 1970s that was talking about AI. I actually sent that John to you in the John. A whole cartoon
Let me see. Hold on.
from 1973, and they was talking about artificial intelligence and stuff in that.
Right. Just a side note, people,
As they go into data centers.
Right. Just a side note before I play that, all the fires that they claim happened in LA, all the fire, all the burning down cities and all that, all that was just so they can buy up the land from push
Right.
those people out so they can redevelop in those lands.
Facts.
Because the smart LA plan is to get LA redeveloped by 2018, by 2028. I mean, for the new, the Olympics when that coming. Because if they could get the system up and running by 2028, at least most of it, then that's big business. That's big business for them. They gonna profit off the Olympics like no one ever profit off the Olympics, and that's what Trump was mentioning inside in one of his one of his announcements, saying how they want to profit off the Olympics more than anyone have ever profit off the Olympics in history. So that's why they redeveloping. That's why they burning shit down and buying up the land and basically reconstructing everything for the new digital setup. All right, let me play this. All right, here we go. Let me play this cartoon real quick. They told us about this in AI in what's that, 1973? All right, here we
Yep,
go.
1973. This showing you right here how old this plan is.
All right, let me know if we got sound, y'all.
Yep.
Listen to this.
No, the actors and athletes won't be real people. They'll be electronic images programmed to go through the motions of a play or a variety show or an athletic event. Hey, imagine jumping in a considered home and watching
Hold on, I'm going to rewind that.
Athletes won't be real people. They'll be electronic images programmed to go through the motions of a play or a variety show or an athletic event. Hey, imagine Joe Namath can sit at home and watch himself playing a football game that he never really played.
Wow, he said he said Joe Namath could sit home and watch himself playing football. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It is. It's 1973.
Why they going through a artificial intelligence data center?
Right. That's crazy.
And that's in 1973.
73. And then the Jetsons already, Jetsons already predicted a lot of this stuff too in the Jetsons cartoon. FaceTiming and all remember they was doing FaceTiming and that. That was like when the Jetsons cartoon was in the 60s.
Yeah.
The 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, I wanted to switch to this real quick. This is when do you think the 2030 agenda is not true? See this. Sorry, so this is basically talking about the 2030 agenda. All right, let me restart this real quick. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this.
Reducing population growth. That's this big benefit. The key thing you can do to reduce population growth is actually improve health.
In the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations.
I would like to reduce the number of people on the planet because there's too many of us.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
With too many people. We have global warming because too many people are using too much stuff.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that. We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. So in the next 5 to 10 years, for the next pandemic, we'll solve all those problems.
You say the next pandemic. There will be another pandemic.
Absolutely. We don't know when.
History teaches us that the next pandemic is a matter of when, not if.
We know what's next. We're going to have another major coronavirus pandemic before the end of this decade, before 2030.
If we really want to prevent the next pandemic, and there will be one, there will absolutely be an outbreak of another pandemic. It may be next year.
We need more money to plan for the second pandemic. There's going to be another pandemic.
Some wild shit. Now we know that the real reason why they want to reduce the population is because it'd be easier to manage when AI takes over.
Right.
It's going to be hard for AI to surveil. Even you're going to need so many data centers for it to be able to surveil 8 billion people.
Right.
So they want to reduce that population down to the 100 millions. That's their plan. That their plan. And the thing is, Earth is not overcrowded. It's just they built cities and all that and just crammed us all into suburban areas and cities. But it's a lot of open land out there.
Right. Now
There's
you see
a lot of open land out there, y'all. It's more than enough resources for everybody. It's just that they own all the resources and they divvy the resources out to who they want to.
Right, and they definitely planning for another They definitely want to shut the world back down again.
Right.
Because this part of launching the new infrastructure. They want to get these these countries that they're going into. They want to get these countries sieged so they could start rebuilding, and they want to basically shut the world down again. That's why you see them talking about another pandemic. I like to call it a pandemic. I don't call it a pandemic because they planning on shutting the world down again before 2030.
Right.
And that's why Biden said we need more money. We need more money for the next pandemic. So they basically going through these countries and taking all the resources because that's their plan. Their plan was to go into all these other countries and take over the resources. Hence, that's why he went to Venezuela, took all that oil, gave it to Israel so they could fuel Israel to take over the Middle East. That's basically what they're doing. And that's the whole plan. That was their whole plan. And this plan was talked about 20 years ago. They was talking about Iran and going into Iran and all these different places in that area. They was already talking about that. So it was already the plan to go over there and take over that land. Yeah. So this is what we facing with these people and their plan to do. So I mean, it's best to make sure people's aware of what's going on, so we can know how to move accordingly. All right, let me see. You said thank you. Tell to buy gold in 2024. I gained $10,000 and bought 7,000. Yeah,
Yeah, we were definitely telling people that the gold was gonna go up because we seen them devaluing the money.
right.
We was definitely telling y'all. I mean, we ain't no financial
Financial
advisors,
advice.
but
Right.
we just basically was seeing where the economy was going, and we
Hmm.
seen they devaluing the money, and every time the money devalues, the price of gold and silver goes up. That's why we was telling people in 2004, invest in gold, and silver, and XRP, a
Yep.
cryptocurrency, and that went up too. Because when we was telling people to invest in that, that was at like 50, 60 cent,
Yeah,
like
back.
60, 75 cent. It had went up to what, two something, almost
Yeah,
three
it reached
dollars.
over. Yeah, it reached over $3. It went over
Yeah,
$3, and then went back
and it's
down again, and then
and now it's sitting at like $1.60. So people who invested in it then are still in the green,
yep.
are still in the green. Because I mean, their plans, they don't even hide what they do anymore. They just know most people ain't going to pay attention to it.
They
I mean,
make sure they
that's
keep
the
the that's
thing,
yeah, they make sure they keep the narrative going, keep the algorithm feeding the algorithm distractions so the people won't be able to catch on to what's going on.
right?
I wanted to play this real quick because this is the Smart LA 2028 plan. And this is the reason why they burnt LA down and basically, forced all those people to sell their property. Let's get into it real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Summer Olympics, Los Angeles
Clear
has
over here.
unveiled its ambitious SmartLA 2028 initiative aimed at transforming the city into a global leader in smart technology. The strategy, led by the city's Information Technology Agency, focuses on harnessing cutting-edge technology to improve quality of life, enhance city services, and tackle urban challenges. Central to the initiative are goals of expanding public transportation, implementing smart traffic management systems, and ensuring equitable access to technology across all communities. SmartLA 2028 represents a bold vision for a more efficient, sustainable, and inclusive Los Angeles, said Ted Ross, General Manager of the Information Technology Agency. We are committed to leveraging technology to bridge the digital divide and create a city that works for everyone. One of the key projects under the initiative is the expansion of Metro's public transit system, including the D-Line extension. This development supports the city's ambitious target of hosting a car-free Olympics, reducing traffic congestion and promoting environmental sustainability. Additionally, SmartLA 2028 includes plans for sustainable energy solutions, data-driven urban management, and fostering innovation hubs to encourage collaboration between public and private sectors. With these advancements, Los Angeles hopes to not only provide a seamless Olympic experience, but also position itself as a model smart city for the world. Los Angeles, CA, as the city.
Right. That's basically what they trying to do. I mean, they trying to have no type of cars. Uh, when they bring the Olympics in, they trying to make it, carless, where you don't have to use cars or none of that. Everything's gonna be right there in the vicinity, walking distance, and everything. So that's they plan for these 15-minute cities anyway. So
They're not
yeah,
going to be successful with that no time
right,
soon.
right.
And with the electric cars, them shit's failing. A lot of people don't even like them. They not reliable.
It's be malfunctioning and everything. They always be
Right.
doing a recall. It's always a recall back on them electric cars.
Yeah, them shits ain't reliable. They more so for recreational. They ain't reliable for everyday shit. I mean, some people they love they Teslas and shit and whatnot, but let's be real. Them shits ain't reliable. Plus, you gotta wait all long just to charge your battery up and all that. You could just go to the gas pump with a regular car and be done in 2 minutes. You waiting 3 or 4 hours for to charge up a damn Tesla
Right.
just to get a couple of miles in. That shit ain't even.
But,
And then the
yeah.
batteries, it's hard to charge them in the wintertime.
Right.
That shit ain't reliable.
Yeah, that shit is not reliable.
Mm-mm. I mean, they good as a play around car, if you
Mhm.
got the extra money, the means to do it, and you want something extra, but not as a reliable car. I wouldn't. Mm-mm.
Nah.
And plus, we don't know this for sure, but they saying that a lot of those cars is making people sick because of the frequencies that it's giving off.
Oh, okay. Like the waveforms
Yeah.
that it's giving off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And remember, the same thing they did, in California with burning down the homes. They did it in Hawaii too. Remember, they had Oprah Winfrey and The Rock out there
Right.
trying to convince people to donate after they burnt down half of Hawaii.
Wow.
So they doing this other places too. So they trying to expand on this idea of the smart cities and 15-minute cities and electrical vehicles and basically cutting out private ownership of vehicles and to where all the vehicles are public. And you heard Kamala in the last video saying that everything need to go electrical, all the cars and all the energy need to be solar, and then we need to cut down on the population so we can have clean water and clean energy. Like we could have clean water and clean energy now. If all these damn factories wasn't dumping they shit all into the water supply.
Exactly.
All these chemical
Facts.
plant, all these industrialized companies dumping their shit into the water supply, and they the ones that's doing all the polluting.
Right.
They the ones that's doing all the polluting. A lot of these factories and industries we don't even need. We just need to restructure society like how it used to be when people had their own piece of land and they was able to basically take it, like basically harvest everything off their land and live off of that. And then trade with people down the way who know how to do things that you don't know how to do, and they get things from you that they don't know how to do.
Right.
Basically a bartering system. We need to get back to that because this system that we in now is poisoning the planet, and these individuals is taking over through the money system because they devaluing the money. They got us working hard for something that's devaluing, that they're devaluing on purpose. We working extra hard to earn dollars that's devaluing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't even save that shit up. Prices is going higher and higher because the money is devaluing. Your savings ain't shit. You don't barely make any type of. You put your shit in a money account in the bank. That shit is barely earning anything.
Right.
The banks are getting rich, but the people are getting poor. Like the whole system that we in right now is a slavery system, and a system of death. A system of death and slavery because they keep us sick, barely able to function. People gotta juice themselves up on pills and caffeine and all this other shit just to get the job done.
Right.
Soul draining jobs. Motherfuckers is drained and they still barely making it, and that's part of the plan. They want you to be fatigued. They want you to burn out. They want people to die in their 30s and 40s from heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure, and all. They want you in
Facts.
that position. They want you on them pharmaceutical pills. 24. You gotta depend on pharmaceuticals, and that's just making you even more sicker.
Right.
It's all part of the depopulation agenda and to keep you enslaved to build the system for them, because we don't benefit off this system. This current system that we're all in, the individual don't benefit from it. If you follow all the rules You play by the book, you will not benefit off of it. All the people who's benefiting off of it is people who's basically breaking the law, or yeah, I mean bending the rules, or they
Bending the
gotta,
rules, right?
yep, bending the rules. But if you follow shit to the T, just work hard, get a degree, work
Mm-mm.
hard, keep your head down, pay your taxes. Man,
Nah,
you'll
that
be in
ain't it.
fucking poverty. You'll
Yeah,
be in poverty forever, man. That
yeah,
shit
that
ain't
ain't
going
it.
nowhere.
Right. That ain't it. You got to break the rules somewhere. Like, because how can you be just to an injustice system that's being injustice, like being unjust to you? Like, you can't show no type of justice to a system that's being unjust. Like, what the hell we talking
Well, the
about here?
rules only benefit the system. The rules
Right.
never benefit the individual. It's like the
Nah,
individual
hell
always
no.
got to sacrifice themselves for a system that don't give a shit about them.
Right.
That's how it's set up. And if you ain't
Mm-mm.
sacrificing yourself to the system, they got it to where you get shamed. You get looked down on because you ain't
Mm-mm.
sacrificing yourself for this company that don't give a shit about you. Paying taxes to a government that's made up of a bunch of pedophiles, human traffickers, killers, and grapists. Paying
Right.
taxes to them, you working hard to give most of your money to people on the Epstein client list that they hiding. You know what I mean? So that's this whole system is a scam. And at the end of the day, we moving closer and closer to this prison, this digital prison that they got waiting for us. And we can't give them our consent. We can't give them our consent. We got to break out of this shit. And we got to start respecting our neighbors more, and start disrespecting these fucking blood sucking politicians and fake ass celebrities they got working for them.
Right.
Because that's basically, and the thing is, the police are the same. The police is supposed to so-called protect and serve, but the only ones they protecting and serving is the motherfucking banks and the
Exactly.
corporations.
Right.
They're completely the local police, from the local to the state to the federal, is against the citizens, but they're for the corporate world, the banks and all of them. That's who they protecting and serving. That's who they protecting and serving, whether they
Uh,
know it or not. It's the same thing what they do with our military. They send our military over there to die for these corporations, so to keep these corporations afloat. Sending our kids over there to die in war just so they can make money off of war.
right.
So these companies can basically leech off of tax dollars and create all the weapons and all the other bullshit that they need for war.
Our military needs to not get involved with this shit. Like, they need to resist. Like, we need to need to be seeing some type of resistance within our military, to not go along with any of this shit, whether it's domestic or globally. I think it should be a pushback, regardless from not just the citizens, but law enforcement and our military. I don't think our
Right,
military should be going along with this shit.
right,
Like, oh, if y'all, like, you know what I mean, like, I don't understand what the hell it's going to take. And see, I think they're using, our monetary system against us by keeping us,
that
trying to keep us broke, trying to basically bleed out the people so we can accept this shit. You know what I mean? So we can basically accept, this global agenda, because
right,
they know people going to be, in need so much that when a person's in need, it kind of makes them submit to, to their will, because they look at, the people depending on us. They need us to survive, and that's, that whole power of the people need us to survive. But the thing is, the system is thriving based off the energy of the people. So once the people start resisting, a lot of this shit can be shut down. But it's just people don't know who they are. They don't know what's going on. They just, they don't care what's going on. It's just not enough people.
right.
Not right now. Not right now. no telling what's going to happen, in the near future. Some type of catastrophic event could happen that it could instantly make, millions and millions upon millions of people wake up at one time and shut this shit down. But I see it's a gradual thing. I mean, people are gradually waking up. You could definitely see that. I mean, we wouldn't even be talking about what we talking about now. So and y'all wouldn't even be in here listening. Obviously, y'all that's paying attention and tuning into this live stream now are the people that's aware, you know,
They
or want
definitely
to,
know something
or,
ain't right.
right, or want to get some type of awareness. Like, damn, I need to see what's going on. I know I watch a lot of this mess and shit on here, but I need to tap in and see what's going on in the real. I mean, on the real, while all the distractions is going on. Yeah, they keeping us distracted with the bullshit because they setting up this new infrastructure, a global infrastructure.
People are waking up because the souls are tired.
That's another reason.
People are
Right,
tired, man. People are tired of this shit.
right.
Yeah, I mean, and the real ones know.
Hmm.
And the real ones who's tired of this shit and really conscious of what's going on, we can't even be around the fake people. It makes us sick to
Right,
our stomach
right,
because we see how much of a facade everything is and how much of a scam everything is.
right,
And that's the truth. It's all a scam. Like they literally, like this is literally, we talk about slavery, with the African coming over here and then they, but we're still in that same slave system.
right,
We still because they work for just they work hard as hell just to barely make it. And it's the same thing today. You work hard as hell just to barely make it. They give you just enough to where you got to go back. And you don't get no benefit. You don't get no benefit. They keep raising the taxes higher and higher. They waste so much. Our government wastes so many tax dollars that we're just throwing money into a black hole when we pay taxes.
right.
Like we're literally throwing like $38 trillion national debt is insane. So that means that when you work hard as hell and they take all them taxes away, it's going into a black hole. And they just got their hand out asking for more. That's slavery.
Yeah, that's right. That's
It's so
fine.
much
Fine.
without representation going on.
Taxation without representation.
Yeah,
Right,
it's a lot of that. Yeah, they tax the same thing 4 or 5 times. Look how
yeah,
many times you're taxed just by owning a vehicle.
right,
Especially if you're in a state where you got to get inspection stickers and pay admissions and all that, like here in Pennsylvania, and then you're
right.
forced to get some expensive ass insurance. Like this is all a scam. All this shit is a scam. They building more and more roads, fucking up. Like that could be used for food supply. They saying it's not enough.
A surplus, right?
Yeah, they saying it's not enough for this and not enough for that. And talking about climate change and too much carbon in the atmosphere, then why you keep building more fucking highways and more roads?
It makes no
That
sense.
don't even make no sense.
And charging people taxes on that,
Exactly.
taxing the citizens to pay for that. And we like
Yeah, this
we
shit
looking
is
like
scam.
we're already being taxed by all different types of directions.
Facts.
Like, so why are we still paying taxes to this bullshit? Like this new
Right.
bullshit y'all trying to. No, why are we still paying tax? Where all that money to Pentagon? Where all that money that went out the back door to Pentagon? There's a
Facts.
lot
How
of
many times they failed the audit? They
bro,
failed
it's
the audit
trillions.
like 7 times, didn't
Yeah,
they?
there's trillions and trillions of dollars went out the back door of that Pentagon. And now we see where it's going. Is they using it to take over the Middle East and wherever else they plan to doing that and rebuild the infrastructure based right off our energy and the Epstein files is out there.
Facts.
The same pedo. Yo, how are they taxing us to kazoo while they're being pedos and having living their life
Human trafficking,
off of
pedophilia,
off
drug
our energy.
trafficking. Yep.
And they
Killers.
build right. And they building these new infrastructure. We're sitting back just letting this shit take place. Like the Epstein file should have been enough for people like, man, you know what? Fuck all this shit. Like, and that you can slowly see a little bit of it. You can see a little bit of the resistance based off this Epstein shit that came out. And this,
Bro, the Epstein files and the national debt.
Right. Yeah, that should have been enough right there to make people like, you know what? This they gotta be met with some type of powerful, resistance. Like I don't understand.
We letting our government use our
They
tax
run the
dollars.
road. They
We
going
letting our
road.
we letting this government manage our tax dollars, and they got us $38 trillion of debt, and they protecting a bunch of human traffickers and pedophiles on the Epstein client list. Why are we not doing nothing about this?
Debt clock.
Like we just a channel here trying to inspire people of the shit that's actually like the reality of what's going on. Because you can't even justify this. They got us. They squeezing us for every tax dollar, but they got $38 trillion in debt that they build up. 38 trillion. What? Like, let's say someone was managing your money, and it's a company that's 100 billion in debt. Would you invest your money with that company that's already $100 billion in debt?
Right.
We invest in our money that we work hard for in a fucking government that's $38 trillion in debt, and we don't even know where the money went. Like that right there. And then the fact that this Epstein stuff came out, come to find out Epstein was working with high officials in our government, presidents and motherfucking people from Congress and all, like working with all these powerful individuals, and we still obeying their laws and paying taxes to them.
Right.
And letting them do whatever they want to us. How are we still even allowing this? How are we still even allowing this?
Right.
Every day you struggling just to put food on your table because the cost of living went up high as hell. Just to get food and gas, it damn near quadrupled since 2019.
Right.
The price of food and gas quadrupled since 2019.
Yeah. Right.
And the Epstein shit came out, and they poisoning the food, that we paying extra money for. We're paying extra money for poisoned food. We're paying to poison ourselves. We paying them extra money to poison ourselves.
Oh shit.
Like I'm trying to put this in perspective so people can see the actual reality we in, and how fucked up it is, and how unjust it is, and how all of us are like doormats. And the thing is, we quick to go off on our neighbors. Oh, we quick to go off on each other. People that's in the same boat as we are, with that crab in the bucket mentality. Like, we quick to go at each other, but this government that's been killing us, trafficking us, stealing our money, basically stealing our kids' futures. Oh, we protect them. Oh, we protect them. We say, oh, not my beloved Trump, not my beloved Biden, not my beloved Trump. Not my beloved Obama, all these motherfuckers is Epstein buddies, and we sitting here not my beloved.
Yeah, they all definitely friends of Epstein.
Buddy. Right. They might as well just say not my beloved Epstein. They might as well say that too, right behind it. Not my beloved Epstein. He ain't guilty of nothing. Y'all might as well say that too.
All right, let me say this real quick, because we gonna be going live on the 90 Day Network, because they just dropped the depositions of Hillary and Bill Clinton. They dropped them both, so they like 4 hours and something long a piece. We gonna definitely go live with these on 90 Day Network LLC and pick apart this shit, because I know they sitting up there lying. We know they're gonna be sitting up there lying. So we definitely gotta get into that shit. Make sure y'all subscribe to 90 Day Network LLC. Matter of fact, let me drop the link in the chat real quick, because we will be going live over there with this shit. Let me see. Let me drop the link real quick. They just put these shits out. All right.
And the people that just sit on their ass and be like, oh, God will take care of it. God ain't going to take care of that for us. He gave us this place. He gave us this place to have dominion over. So it's up to us to take care of it. Why he should fix our mess when we sitting on our asses? It's 8 billion of us compared to like 10,000 of them. It's really a small group that's controlling everybody in the world. I hope y'all know that. That's our fault. You can't sit there. Oh God, come and help us when it's fucking 8 billion. When it's 8 billion of us.
What is like
come and help us.
Like 10,000 people. like like that, like 10,000 at the most. A small
Right.
group amount of people that's running the world.
There's like 10,000 people that's running this world, and out of the 10,000, it's like 1,000 of them that's absolute, and we sitting back letting them do this. We letting them do this shit.
And that, you
God
know
ain't
what?
gonna, we all cowards. You remember what it said? You remember what it said? The cowardly don't make it.
All right.
The cowardly. We're all we know that they're protecting these pedophiles and these murderers and these killers and these human traffickers, but we ain't doing collectively. We ain't doing nothing about it. That's on us. You can't. That's on us.
You see how the people came together when this so-called Target thing. What was that called? When everybody came together and said we not shopping at Target no more, or this, this place or that place. Like all the resistance that some of these corporations met based off some shit like that. I'm like, wow, why can't people come together on the most important shit? Like the most important shit. It's always something has to do with racism or like, but I'm like, well, the way these global elites operate, they don't give a fuck about no racism. They shit is total global domination. Why ain't the people banding together for that shit? That DEI and shit. What it was called? The DEI shit with the whole thing with Target and the discrimination shit. I'm like, if people could band together on that front, then why we can't band together on some shit that's more important? This shit don't make no sense.
Because people ain't seeing the big picture, and they still got us programmed and divided by things like race. They got us divided by things like race and religion and all that, and they control it all.
Yeah, they don't even operate based off of racism. Yeah, that's just to keep people separated. They don't give a shit about racism. This system is set up based off the fact that they want total control over the world, period. It don't matter what culture or race you from. They want total dominance over all of them shit. They want to take over the whole domain.
And that's what they do. That's what they do. They have us divided with the small shit.
Shit crazy. This shit don't make no sense. I mean, I seen how millions of people came together for that DEI shit. I'm like, damn, well, there's a lot of other shit going on out here that people could actually band together and just to fight the system back off the shit that they're doing, the tyranny and shit that we facing. Like, I don't understand that shit, bro. It's like whatever mainstream media tell people to do, that's what they do. The mainstream media is controlled by the same people that's all for global dominance. But people don't see that shit. They pay attention to the most minute shit, the smallest of the smallest. This shit don't make no damn sense. That shit don't make no sense. We appreciate Lakshmi. I can't even spell. I don't want to miss it. Lakshmi Love 3,000. We appreciate the membership. Definitely appreciate that. Oh yeah, let me drop the link again to the channel. Yeah, because this Clinton and shit, they just dropped these depositions of Hillary and Bill. So I see a lot of mainstream media. So I might have to just press the live button on this shit, where like after this and get set up with that, because I see a lot of media is streaming that right now. So we got to get on it. So make sure y'all go ahead over to Night and Day Network LLC. Night and Day Network LLC. You said they scared Dina? Yeah, yeah, it is. And another thing, not just they fear, but I think just people are their minds are so small. They not able to see the bigger picture. They're not able to see the bigger picture of what's going on. And the thing is, it's frustrating for the people that can see what's going on. That's why we be so passionate about when we speaking on these matters. We so passionate about it because, we seeing people like, dang, like it frustrates when you see people not, you know, not there. You know what I mean? They not just not there. They don't get what's going on. It's crazy. Damn. I'm gonna drop the link one more time. Make sure y'all subscribe to 9 Day Network. I think that's the right. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely in a effed up we definitely in a effed up world right now, and it's because we ain't doing nothing about it on a collective level.
Right.
We just all too preoccupied with the shit
Yeah.
that they put in front of us.
Right.
Like all the power is at the bottom of the pyramid.
Facts.
And that's real shit. And that's where the general public is at, but we're just too divided, man.
Right.
We're just too divided. We divided by everything. And they just add more stuff to the list that we could be divided about.
Exactly.
And it's get pettier and pettier, and it takes the focus off the real enemies. And the real enemies is in that is sitting in the Oval Office and
right.
sitting in high places in the government, sitting in the Pentagon and all. Those are the real enemies right there. They're not there to protect this country. They're there to destroy it and to rebuild it the way that they want to rebuild it. And let's just be real about that.
Right, Crowley Greens. Yeah, there ain't many of us that's but it's
it is right. The world is filled with human NPCs, facts. A bunch of a bunch of Sims and shit.
Right.
Just a bunch of Sims.
House Keys says shapeshifters and rock splitters. With Draconians and goddamn reptilians and just a whole bunch of blood sucking fiends. Make sure y'all liking this video. Make sure y'all thumbs up this video if you just tuning in.
And subscribe if you haven't already. I know a lot of y'all watch our videos and y'all ain't subscribed.
It is very important you turn on all notifications. Right. And it's very important you turn on all notifications. Because they, YouTube be tripping out on notifications. They don't be trying to send them Jones out like, nah, don't play with our subs like that. Send them notifications out. Sometimes you might have to click the bell and do it, like reset it and do it again. Because YouTube be playing around with that notification bell.
Right.
Like send that shit out to our subscribers. They want to know if we live or not. Send it out.
Dina said, makes me mad these videos don't get more views and likes. It's because the people are programmed. Right. See, people are more programmed to click on a video where Ray J just said something gay. Everybody, what did he say? Let me click on it. Like some shit like that. People don't want the truth. They don't want to hear reality that's going, because that means they have to do something about it. And that's just what people don't want to do. Most people just cowards. And ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Ignorant and cowardly. And it's just ignorance is bliss. Because if you just keep yourself ignorant to stuff, then you ain't got no responsibility. You know what I mean? Then you ain't got no responsibility to change anything. Just be a slave and die. And that's the program that most humans have on the planet. Slavery,
right.
then death.
Facts.
You enslaved to a job that you hate. You enslaved to pharmaceuticals that you really don't have to take. You just got to stop eating and consuming the poisons. And like somebody said earlier, who was that? I think that was Coley Green that said that. Master the art of fasting. They poisoning us through the food. Right.
Fact.
They poisoning us. Don't eat. Don't consume as much. They poisoning us through the food, and what it does is distort our mind. Because once you put all them toxins in your body, it f's up your hormones. A lot of us is walking around with screwed up hormones because we're being poisoned. So you're not able to think straight. Your dopamine levels and your serotonin levels and all that shit is all out of whack. Your insulin is all out of whack because we keep being exposed to all these bizarre chemicals that they put in our food and water. Like this is really an enemy. Like these people that's been governing us, they're really the enemies. Like they are the enemies 100%. They into all types of wicked things. And they're blatant about it. They don't even hide it anymore because most people it's just too cowardly to do anything about it, ignorant or just brainwashed. Just brainwashed. It's a lot of brainwash. Like that's what the NPCs mean. Basically, a bunch of brainwash anybody, just a bunch of brainwash people who sit in front of their TV or their computer screen, sucking their thumb and believing everything the government and the corporations are telling them.
Facts.
Yeah, they've been poisoning us from birth. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they've been poisoning not just our bodies, but poisoning our minds.
Right.
Our belief systems are poisoned. We believe we've sent to this planet to work for them as slaves, get hooked on pharmaceuticals, pharmaceuticals, caffeine, drugs, and nicotine and shit like that, just to do these soul draining jobs and then die as a slave.
Right.
That's basically everybody. That's majority of the default programming on Earth. Get indoctrinated by their system by going through the education system. Get drugged up. They start drugging you up as a kid. Oh, you can't sit still in class. So we got to give them some pills so they be able to focus in class. Knowing damn well a human ain't supposed to be sitting in no cubicle or no damn desk for 6 to 8 hours all day. That's unhealthy to the fucking human, to the human makeup.
Right.
That's literally unnatural for us to be sitting inside a fucking cubicle or a desk all day, listening to some bullshit that's only going to keep us enslaved. That's what we're dealing with. Why don't people see that? Why don't people see that?
You know what? Because the ignorance is going to remain in the dark. That's why they can't see it. So it's for the people that can see it, that know what's going on, and those are the people that's supposed to be, doing, basically keeping the frequency going for the people that's trying to gravitate towards the truth. People like us and other people that speak out on these matters. There's other people out here that's that's searching for the truth. And when you search for the truth, you shall receive it. So if your heart, your mind, your heart is in the right place and wanting to know the truth, it's going to come to you. You're going to gravitate towards it, and it might come in the form of it comes in different forms. I mean, people always looking to a leader and all this shit, but tell you the truth, it's going to come from different forms. The truth is going to come because the truth right now is scattered like a puzzle. So you got to take a little bit from here, a little bit from there, in order to put it back together. So that's what's happening. That's what's happening. People that's actually searching for the truth is going to gravitate towards it. The people that's not looking for the truth, then they're going to just remain in the dark. They got to suffer with whatever comes along with that. So that's just what it is.
Facts. And the thing is, the way I see it, the way people who think like us, the way we see it is there's so much unnecessary suffering going on in the world.
Right.
Like unnecessary, pointless shit. It's almost like when you see a pointless killing, like somebody mad because someone stepped on their shoes and then they shoot them. Something like that. It's like the whole world is pointless like that right now. Like all this unnecessary suffering, and we're doing it for a bunch of pedophile creeps.
I was tired about it.
A bunch of traffickers. Like that's what we doing this for. Just think about it. When you working all those hard hours, you think you're doing it for your family, but you only really benefiting the system that's hurting us. That's really all we're doing.
Right.
Cause we like, how somebody like Epstein even rise to power? He rise to power off our backs.
Facts. Yeah. Facts.
He's rising to power off our backs.
Right.
Off our ignorance.
Off
our cowardice.
All right, here we go. Please
We
make
can't
sure
sit back. We can't
Yeah.
sit back and say God is going to handle it, because that's not how
Nah.
this works.
Mm-mm.
It's not how this works. We got responsibilities ourselves to do something about this.
Right.
Now we see who the wicked enemies are. We seen all the people that they're protecting on that Epstein list. Now what we gonna do about it collectively?
Right. Right. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. We're gonna conclude this live stream. Trying to yeah, make sure y'all check out our website, 90dayherbals.com as well. We sell nothing but the actual herbal products on there. Like we said, shout out to y'all that purchased stuff recently. Y'all shipment will be going out very soon. And your clothes are already ordered. Y'all shipment should be coming in the mail soon. And Dad, we appreciate y'all, man. Tuning in, locking in with us, locking in with the truth. Keep putting this truth out there. I guess anything you got for the people, bro? I think you're still on mute. Let me see. Yo,
Oh, my bad. I had my mic off. Didn't even
Yeah.
realize. What I want
Nah,
to say is we doing our part. We doing our part by starting nightandayherbals.com, because we realize a lot of us are being poisoned by these corporations. And to tell you the truth, a lot of us need healing. That's
Right.
why we created Night and Day Herbals. We created that so we can sell y'all clean products, clean hair care, skin care products, clean CBD, because the cannabis plant is a healing plant. It's just that it can't be exposed to chemicals and all that type, synthetic chemicals and all that. If we don't use any of those synthetic chemicals or anything, that's why we created Night and Day Herbals. Yeah, I mean, we help the best way we can. We work with other entrepreneurs, basically who got the same mindset as we have.
Facts.
We can only do our part. It might be small to some, but it's big to us, and it's us doing our part. If enough people do their part, then we'd be able to, we'd be able to be effective if more people do their part.
Facts.
So shout out to y'all who've been basically supporting us, tuning into our live streams, shopping with us at nightandayherbals.com. Those of y'all who've been sharing our videos and been rocking with us since the beginning. Shout out to y'all, man. So yeah, we're gonna end the stream there.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Like we said, make sure y'all subscribe to 90 Day Network LLC. Because we will be going live with the Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton deposition. So on that note, gonna catch y'all on the rebound. All right, peace. All right, hold on.
Peace.
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.